Hi, I'm Bethany Wallace. I want to give you a tip that can help you strive toward career fulfillment and achieve career fulfillment more easily. This is something that a lot of people won't talk to you about and that a lot of people overlook, but it's something that's really helped me and that I've seen help other people. And that is to live below your means, not just within your means, but below your means. And ideally, you want to start doing this long before you ever start your job search. You just want to establish a pattern of living below your means as a lifestyle choice. Now, you might be thinking, what does financial management or financial choices have to do with career fulfillment? But stick with me. So I'll just tell you about a little about my personal experience. So uh, I had a pattern in the past years ago of making really poor financial choices. I lived way beyond my means. I just overextended myself. I was always living paycheck to paycheck, and I wanted the next new shiny thing, literally, like sometimes cars. I couldn't be happy or content with what I had. So sometimes that was comparing myself with other people, but mostly it was just wanting the things that I'd always wanted. And so when I had even the slightest means to get those things, I just got them. And also, it was like wanting to have certain luxuries or within the lifestyle. So not just things, but opportunities to do things. So maybe getting a facial every 2 weeks. I mean, who doesn't like to do that? I love that. It's a great thing to do, but that costs money. And if you've ever gone and had facials or those kinds of luxury services, then you know that that does not come at a low price. So those are just some examples of ways that I lived beyond my means for a long time. And yes, I did have decent jobs, and sometimes I got promoted or I changed jobs to get better paying jobs. But every time I did that, I just spent the money. I kept spending more money. I kept making choices that would just drain my bank account. And so then, because life happened, and I got divorced, and then I found myself having to pay for more things by myself. I'd be like, oh no, what am I going to do? Well, I tried to get better paying job and I did, but I also realized that wasn't enough. So then I'd be doing like these side gigs or side hustle or whatever, in addition to a good paying job, just to make ends meet. What happens when you get yourself in a situation like that? And I speak from experience here, so I'm really not judging you if you're in this position, is you become a slave to your employer. You don't have, if you find yourself with an employer who is toxic, and you're working lots of hours and your boss is a jerk and you really hate what you're doing at work every day, and you wish that you could take a job that maybe paid a little bit less, but that was really fulfilling, you can't, because you live way beyond your means. Maybe you've been trying to just live barely within your means, but still you're at that point when, that dangling carrot we all hear about, that's it for you. Like the money is keeping you working for that employer and you don't feel like you have an option to leave. If you're in that position, I feel for you. So the remedy to that, if you can ever figure out how to throw some more money at the debt, how to eliminate some services that you've come to think that you really need, but you really don't. If you can like pay off your car or downgrade some things in your life. And that's a step-by-step process. Sometimes you have to like work with a life coach or someone in financial management to figure those things out. I'm not your person for that. But You can find someone to help you with those things. Sometimes it's just sitting down and looking at the numbers yourself, and you can figure it out. But if you can get to the point where you live below your means, and I got to that point, then the great thing is that I got myself to the point where I was living way below my means. And I was married, so it was both of us working together. We lived way below our means. Then I did find myself in a situation at work when I was really unhappy. I wanted to spend more time with my daughter. And so I was like, I just can't keep doing this. I've got to do something else. Well, that something else for me was to start my own business. And I intended the whole time for it to be a part-time business, not me killing it and striving really hard to find lots of clients who would keep me busy 40 hours a week or more. That was not my goal. I wanted to be fulfilled in my business and do meaningful work and really help people and serve my clients. But I also wanted lots and lots of time with my daughter. And so it was easy for me to transition from making good money in a job with a company to quitting and making zero money for several months when I started my business with no savings. And I did that because I lived so far below my means that it didn't even hurt at all. So I'm just trying to encourage you that if you're in a position when you think I could never do that, you can do that, because that's what I did. It just took some time. It took a couple of years of really drastically changing some things and going from driving a really cute, flashy red car to driving a really cruddy old car, and lots of other little changes. But it was worth it in the end, because what comes with that when you live below your means is a lot of freedom to make different choices. And at any time, you hold the cards. You hold the cards to leave a toxic work environment, to take a different job that maybe feels like a better fit for you, that is more meaningful, that even pays less, to leave a job where you're having to show up every day and work remotely, to do whatever you want to do because you're living so far below your means. So that's a key that I hope you can take with you on your journey toward career fulfillment. If you have other desires on working toward career fulfillment and you want more tips, you can follow my YouTube channel and subscribe. You can also check out my blog at bethanywallacecode.com.